Hello and welcome back to BallySpring. We are still in April. Ploughing is underway with the Fiat. It's done an awful lot of ploughing over the winter period, but yet it still has 2 more fields to go. So we are currently in field 112. 113 will need to be ploughed as well. Aims and objectives for today. Well, first and foremost, we need to, at some point today, we need to get in potatoes. This is our last month to be able to do it, and potatoes will be required for, for the harvest. It's going to be a big proportion of our income this year, so potatoes are definitely required. We had some odd jobs to do before we get going, and that is largely around the cow sheds. So we have some manure in here, which needs shifting into the manure heap to start building up our stocks. We've also added some TMR into this shed as well, so that's ready to go. But yeah, whilst the cows are out in the pasture, we're going to muck this side out and get the slurry from both of the sheds. The other plan for today is silage maize up in field 104. So we will have to go through our alfalfa field, which shouldn't be ready to harvest yet. It is ready to harvest yet, but it's not long enough to be able to do it. And I don't really think it's worthwhile doing the alfalfa until we've at least got 100% yield. But it's an option if we get desperate, which I don't think we will. So there he is. So we've got the McCormick, which is sadly, as usual, going to do a lot of the heavy lifting today. So bouncing across the manure and just the standard crash into something, get some slurry, move it into the slurry tanker for both the milking shed and this shed as well. And that should hopefully get us set up for no violations. So in terms of red tape mod, what do we have? We are all good from the animal bedding side of things. Crop rotation, we're all right. No forestry, manure management, we're doing more than okay. Water contamination, we're good. Animal spacing, we've got ample room. And animal conditions, they're all happy. Schemes, we're not going to enact the reduced bale wrapping scheme. Winter crop, we can make the judgment towards the end of the year whether we want to take that. And active, we've got natural grazing, natural fertilizer, and the crop promotion scheme. So that is all good. Nothing to sell as yet. So we had a lot of stuff which was its best price in March, but yeah, nothing which we need to do there. And then we have silage, which is largely in the clamp. We've got a couple of 1,000 litres of potatoes, but we're going to use that for planting with. For putting in the ground. So a lot going on. I also just want to say thank you very much for all your support in watching these videos. It's huge for a small creator or someone doing this. This is not my full-time job. In fact, I've just finished my full-time job for today and jumping straight on to make a video before my wife comes home and tells me off for playing with my virtual tractor. Which she never really gets annoyed about, honestly. So we got the planter back from the shop in the last episode. So we're going to get in 104, and then we probably have some time before the ploughing's completed to be able to do some fertilizing on the oat field. There shouldn't be any weeds because, well, we've ploughed this year, so that should suppress it at least for this year. So just trying to get this done before the cows come and attack us. There we go. Happy days. Let's unload this into the shed. Let me know as well what you think in terms of the crops choices that we've done so far. Do you think they have been the right decision, or could we have done something a little different? I'm trying to use stuff which I don't normally use, if I'm honest, with the different crop types we've used. Mint is obviously special to the map. No clue how to harvest it. I'm assuming it's the standard process of a combine, and it's a combinable crop. Need to get the manure out of there, so let's get some seeds into the planter and get up to the top field to get some harvesting done. So seeds, there we go. What I am worried about is trying to get through. And what is the best way? Maybe through the cattle shed. If it is, it's... Actually, can we fold? Yes, we can fold. Whew. Lucky us. Or lucky me, because that would have been very uncomfortable. And we can fit underneath. So yeah, let's get the drilling start, or get the planting started. Hopefully it doesn't take forever. We'll then move on to the fertilizing of the oats, and by then hopefully we're going to get ourselves set up for putting in our potatoes in our first field. So lots to get done as usual. We're going to go into the usual format of a couple of clips just to prove we're actually doing it. Enjoy. That is the oats fertilised. It's quite interesting to see how different maps show the first stage of crops. It's quite cool. Hopefully this should be folding. Nope, it wasn't. So yeah, I was just having a look at the mint as well. So we have an opportunity to jump over a fence. Unfortunately, we can't jump over through the bush, as you would expect not to be able to. But then we got the mint. Oh, it's grown back. That's cool. I have not done any jiggery pokery, I promise. But the mint has grown back where we ran over it. That's awesome. Thank you. Happy. But we do have some crop damage in our clover field over there, which is unfortunate. So let's have a quick check on it. Looking lovely and lush, and it's ready to harvest. We're obviously not going to harvest it yet. But yeah, little spots of crop damage appearing in the field. So that makes me sad. Triticale looking good. That field of clovers looking nice. So a lot of our fields looking good. The mistake that you might not have noticed, or you're more observant if you will notice, we actually planted corn, not silage maize, and that is a bush. So that is meh. I'm not sure how to... It's not bad, because it's corn, yields really, really well, and it's a good crop to harvest. We can also get silage from it by using the forage wagon and cutting it down early. What am I looking for? Potato planter. There it is. So yeah, we could obviously get it in and turn it into silage if we need to. Or we could just harvest the corn. We do have a lot of silage available. So where is the... There he is. He's over there. Or there they are. I suppose you shouldn't say his. And we could start here, potentially. As my house has turned into a flying love nest. So we could just lower... And yeah, we could... yeah, we are... Just double check. I have no faith in anything I do. So yeah, potatoes growing, happy days. Ideally I wouldn't do this while the ploughing is still going on, but I think they're on the headlands, so that's good. So we're going to get some potatoes in the ground. Hopefully it isn't going down too quickly. And yeah, we'll get some potatoes in the ground and check in with you after that. I'm hoping the worker will have started, or at least be a good portion way through the next field by the time we next speak. Other than that, the other thing which I'm thinking we could do is some contracts. So we have the bale wrapper still. Bale wrapping isn't my favourite thing in the world to do. We've got some fertilizing, which we could do in 117 and across the map in 113 with the sprayer. That would be a quick job. We don't have a hoe and we don't have a weeder. So actually, whilst the worker is working, we can, rather than getting in their way with some potato planting, we could, and we can, and we will, get some contracts underway. And hopefully by the time we're back, we've got the worker going in the second field. And we probably could do with also getting some line down on this. So yeah, we're going to do some fertilizing in somebody else's field. I think that'll be a nice thing. Well, fields, I think that'll be a nice thing to do. And that is almost field number 1 of the contracted fields done. There we go, it is done now. So our next trip is right the way across the map. So that's going to be a long one. Not sure of the best way to get there. I wouldn't mind. I'm not sure if there is a road, but if we... Oh, this will take us to Lime Farm. This will take us to Lime Farm. We'll probably want to go up and then the first right. That's the fun thing about this map, is trying to navigate the country lanes. I can't just stick a sat-nav on, and I also can't drive. So yeah, we're going to have a fact-finding mission to see if we can get down past the bog and across to our next contracted fields. I always find it's easier to go into first person when going through these lanes with the trees and not get attacked. Right, meet you over the next field, hopefully, someday. That was a little bit of a mission, but we're here. We've made it, we survived. And nice little tour of the map. Managed to go see the bog, which I'm assuming is the peat fields. Oh no, we got a tree in the middle of this one. That wasn't an Irish impression, by the way. That was just a poor voice. Right, it's going to be an interesting encounter of 2 trees. Which I'm assuming they will have a collision. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Yeah. Okay, there is a collision for the trees. Let's stop trying to test it even more. There we go. Right. Hopefully, a complicated but quick process to be able to fertilise this. And whilst we're here, yeah, he's got one more lap of the headland to do, and then can move on to the next field. But yeah, all going well. Just costing us a small fortune in worker fees. And this tractor needs some TLC. Right, let's get on to the actual job at hand. I'm not going to include the bit where I had to fertilised behind the tree because, well, it was messy and was awful to watch, even from my side of things. So let's stay out of the water and let's collect some money from our contracts. So there we go. Bank balance has gone up to 25,000, so not massive. Just want to have a quick check on Deadwood. Okay, they're interesting. It's not a massive area, but for £900, no thank you. Yeah, so ploughing is almost finished on our field. We've got 87 litres of liquid fertiliser yet left. We are probably going to need some more, but why don't I want to get it? Don't know. I can't think of a good reason why not to, apart from it won't all fit into our tank. So yeah, we're gonna get back to the farm and start some potato planting. Well, continue our potato planting anyway. Back at the farm, that was a lot quicker to get back than it was to get there, get to the field. So that's handy. As you can see, we've got our nice little landing strip for potatoes already in. Second field is being ploughed. So yeah, it's all wonderful and going rather nicely for me to mess up at some point. It is currently 4:30. It is likely to start getting dark as we're doing this. We do have 3 days in April where we can do the planting of potatoes, but ideally would like to get this field done as much as possible in today's month. We also need to make sure we bring the cows back in from pasture. So yeah, lots to do.
I'll see you around, I'll see you in a couple years. Just one look and I knew you meant it. Tears falling and your face was wet, and baby I tried to not let it affect me, but now that you're gone I'm feeling a little less bitter. I'm thinking about folded letters. I'm starting to know you better, and I can't be what you want.
Onto the final lap of potato planting. Field over there has been ploughed, so that's looking good and ready. We obviously haven't limed this field yet either. It's 6:05. Fortunate enough for us, we have put it onto 3-day months, so we do have the opportunity to carry on and plant our potatoes. We also have the opportunity to put in more crops. We've got a field at the top, which I've called grass insurance at the moment. Obviously, ass is an offensive word in Giant's eyes, or the spelling of ass is an offensive word in Giant's eyes, so they've called it grass. So yeah, which is fine. As you can see, 103. They've not called the field what we actually called it. I always remember another series, the grape series. It didn't like the title of it being called grape. I'll leave you do your own calculations as to why. Right, so just refilling this with some potatoes, which we have done. So this tractor can get turned off. One of the things which we do need to do is call our cows in from the field, which I believe is Control P, and we can space bring in now, so the cows should... Yeah, door is opening and the cows should be coming in from the field. There we go. Beautiful. So they're all popping into their line and we'll see them coming down the path. I do really love this mod. The little one's coming out first as well. It's cute. I like them. So they'll now go back into their shed overnight and they'll be safe. It's due to rain. Another reason why we need to get things in. But yeah, both sheds are doing lovely. There's quite a big hole in the ground here. I have no idea why. Let's make sure we close the cover. Oh, don't chuck me in. Right, it decided to chuck me in. We didn't actually clean them out either. So it's probably something which we need to just get into the telehandler for quickly. And yeah, we'll move on to April month 2. I'm still tempted to put silage maize in, potentially in the other field, and our grass insurance field can then become the extra potato field, is what I'm currently considering. But we'll have a sleep on it overnight and report back in the morning. But for now, we're just going to empty this shed, lock it up for the night, and have our tea and go to bed. And then we'll join you again in April month 2. Good morning, and it's a beautiful April morning. Nice and, well, cloudy but dry, which is always good. Let's have our usual little check on our animals. So these are doing fine with straw, with food. Still no milk. That would be down to the fact that none of the animals have yet to have popped out their babies. So yeah, 70% reproduction, 70%, 73. Yeah, none of them are ready yet. So that's fine. Let's get these ones out into the field, ready for today. So usual method, Control P, and we can go to space. And that should open them up, give us the opportunity to clear them out as well. I'm not sure why this has to, why that bit has to come out, but oh, there you go, they're appearing from the ground. That's creative. But yeah, food, straw, all good. How much manure have they got in there? Uh, 1,100 litres. Took my eyes a very long time to be able to see that. A lot longer than it should have been. Right, plan. I'm lucky enough to have gone out for lunch and had some time to think about it. So we've obviously got the silage maize. Well, we've got corn in the silage maize field. I want to plant some silage maize in the 113 and 103. We're going to get the poor Fiat, who's possibly on its last legs at the moment, to plough up. But we will do a quick check to see the state of the grass, because if we have the opportunity to get some more crop out of it, or more silage, I think that will be the right thing to do. It's nowhere near warm enough for hay, but it will be absolutely fine for some silage. So there we go. There's a wall there. So this is the field which we're referring to. No, can't get in there. Go over there. Going to have to take the long way round. We do have a car which we could use. So this is ready to harvest. I think it will be silly if we don't get the mower in here, the windrower, and get on that, as opposed to messing around anymore. So yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. We'll get the McCormack in here, doing some mowing. Although, let's have a quick check, Aruni. And schemes, there's nothing. Disappointed. Right, okay, we know our plan. So, we have some updating to do in our map. So, rename this to pots. And this one is no longer going to be pots. It's going to be silage maize. And this one is somehow going to be corn. There we go. That is our plan. We also need to make sure we've got some lime in 112, 113 and 103 as well. So that's something which we can look into and see if there's anything in the sale that would be useful. That is frustrating because that is a good price. Right, we'll have a quick look through the sale, see what we can find and check back in. Nothing in the sale, however. I am tempted by this. It does fertilizer, lime and manure. Get it for the 4,200 capacity. I think that will be good. Main colour. We can change it. Yes, we can. And for the wheels, we'll go for a nice silver. Not going to cost us anything. But that is a nice, cheap and cheerful lime spreader, which we can keep on the farm for £12,566. Have we got any lime in any of our things? Is the other check. So we have 8,000 litres. So it's not enough, but we can pick up some for the shop. Right, okay. So re-go over our plan. Let's get some mowing done in 103. Then get then we can get the plough in there. In the meantime, we're going to go down and get some our lime a lime spreader with the Fiat to go on 112, 103, and then we can get some planting in 103 and put some potatoes in 113 and get some potatoes in 103. Sounds like a plan for the rest of the day. So without any further ado, let's get cooking.
I've always just given up when things started getting rough, 'cause I'm just not tough enough. But with you I can't seem to give in. I wanna win this time around, 'cause I'm sick of people letting me down. It's like deja vu. Whenever I'm with you, I feel like I've always known. With you I'm home, so then why am I so afraid? 'Cause with you there's something more, you're worth fighting for. So then why am I so afraid? I've always just let it go, 'cause I'd rather do that than feel this low. But with you I just kind of know that one day you will see the missing part of you, me. I'll be patient as patient can be. It's like deja vu. Whenever I'm with you, I feel like I've always known. With you I'm home, so then why am I so afraid? 'Cause with you there's something more, you're worth fighting for. So then why am I so afraid? I've been wrong before, even when I was so sure. So now I don't trust myself. Yet with you I can't seem to give in. I wanna win this time around. Yeah, I'm sick of people letting me down. It's like deja vu. Whenever I'm with you, I feel like I've always known. With you I'm home, so then why am I so afraid? 'Cause with you there's something more you're worth fighting for. So then why am I so afraid? It's like deja vu. Whenever I'm with you, I feel like I've always known. With you I'm home. So then why am I so afraid? 'Cause with you there's something more you're worth fighting for. So then why am I so afraid?
Well, that was an epic little session there. So we've managed to plough all our fields, we've managed to lime all our fields, and now we've actually finished putting the crops in the ground. So we have silage maize, we have our potatoes in, and we accidentally planted corn instead of silage maize, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Tractors, both of them, have had some considerable work put into them once again, and I wanted to give them a little wash. There we go. So the Fiat is already in the shed, it's been washed, it's been refueled. On our trip into town we did manage to pay for some repairs, hence why the bank balance is quite painful. So yeah, I consider that a really successful day. We've accomplished a lot. We've also mowed and created some silage bales, which will be used for future selling. Just a few more minor tasks left to do. So we need to bring in the cows from pasture and have a quick check on the sheds to make sure we've got enough food in. So I think, yes, McCormack looks beautifully clean. So let's have a quick check in the dairy shed. Jump over the fence as always. So yeah, they have 34,000 litres of food and 16,000 litres of straw. They are good. And in this shed, 16,000 litres of food and 18,000 litres of straw. So they will have more than enough. So in come the cows. Let's move the tractor out of the way. I'm pretty sure I said earlier, but I love that mod. It's so cool watching the actual animals coming in from the field to go into the shed. See if it's the little one up front again. Oh, it's a big one up front this time. I like the fact that they don't just walk in a normal straight line. They're kind of offset, and it looks messy because cows wouldn't walk in a lovely straight line. Anyway, that is all our jobs done for today. We've also added some food into the 8 metre by 18 metre Dutch barn, ready for some babies who can go in there, and that can be our... don't understand why they decide to dive underground, but there we go, we'll keep that out of shot. That could be our calves when our cows have some babies, to make sure we have enough room. Right, I hope you have enjoyed the episode. We've accomplished quite a lot, and yeah, next time around will just be the final prep, which will be some fertilizer onto our fields, and then we'll go to harvest. I am worried about the size of the potato harvester, so I am probably going to have a look on ModHub for some different options. Something that feels a little bit more fitting for the farm and the fields and the gateways, most importantly, that we have. If you have enjoyed, please do remember to like and subscribe, and we'll hopefully see you again soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.